Deep within the vast Amazon, the water's current dictates every move. To survive here often means fighting against the flow. This tracks the Dorado fish. They travel 4,000 kilometers from the Atlantic to the Andes to breed, Earth's longest freshwater migration. Throughout this swim, they don't eat or drink, burning their energy to combat intense water pressure and outmaneuver predators. The anaconda exploits this exhaustion. It moves to the edges of the mainstream, submerges itself to look like a floating log, and waits. When a weary fish passes, the snake subdues it with an immense constricting force, cutting off movement and respiration in seconds. In the main channel, stopping to rest is fatal. Every creature here is locked in a perpetual state of forward motion just to stay alive. Further downstream, a different kind of gathering occurs. This is the Adibada, the Great Landing. Tens of thousands of female Amazonian river turtles come ashore on these ancestral sandbanks at once. On hatching day, the sand erupts. Thousands of newborn turtles scramble frantically toward the water's edge, surrounded on all sides by birds from above and predators in the shallows. Their hard shells offer little protection against leopards or caimans. Instead, they rely on predator swamping. They flood the beach with numbers, ensuring predators quickly eat their fill, allowing a fraction to reach safety. Against apex hunters, individual strength fails. Density becomes their only real defense. When the rainy season arrives, the water level surges by up to 10 meters. The river bursts its banks, submerging an area of dense forest the size of an entire country. Millions of pacu fish leave the narrow riverbed, swimming straight into the dense forest canopy. They gorge on the seasonal fruit drop, carrying intact seeds for tens of kilometers in their stomachs and actively expanding the old-growth forest. For land dwellers, the flood is an immediate crisis. Sloths, which rarely exert energy, must swim for hours to find dry branches. Fire ants link their bodies together to form unsinkable, living rafts, drifting on the currents until they hit higher ground. Even the ultimate land predator has to adapt. As the ground vanishes, the Amazon jaguar transitions to a semi-aquatic life, trading its usual hunting grounds to become a fisherman. The rising water erases the standard map of predator and prey. Survival here demands complete behavioral flexibility. By October, the cycle violently reverses. The dry season reaches its peak, stranding millions of aquatic creatures in rapidly evaporating stagnant pools. As the water vanishes, the lungfish takes drastic measures. It burrows straight down into the muddy earth to hibernate, waiting out the drought. At the few remaining waterholes, severe dehydration forces a temporary ceasefire. The primal need for water overrides the hunting instincts of pythons and leopards, forcing enemies to drink side by side. Then comes the final test of the dry season. Raging wildfires ignite, sparking a panicked, chaotic retreat across the forest floor. The drought strips away all complex social hierarchies and hunting strategies. In the face of fire, every creature is reduced to the exact same state of desperate survival. Eventually, the lifeblood of the forest returns. The first rains quench the cracked earth, reviving the landscape and allowing intricate social structures to reform. Giant otters rely on their disciplined pack lifestyle to secure their territory. Using a defense tactic called mobbing, they constantly move and harass larger opponents from multiple directions, disorienting the threat before it can strike. The black caiman leverages a different kind of precision. Its jaws contain extremely sensitive pressure receptors, allowing the apex predator to override its crushing bite force and gently transport its fragile eggs without breaking the shells. Every morning, thousands of parrots undertake a vital micro-migration to these steep cliffs. They eat the rich clay to physically detoxify their bodies from the poisonous forest seeds they ingest. Raw power has its limits. In the Amazon, it is cooperation, precise anatomical control, and collective vigilance that ensure the next generation makes it to adulthood. Yet, the most consequential migration in this ecosystem isn't undertaken by animals at all. It happens entirely out of sight. The green plants of the canopy transpire, expelling billions of tons of water vapor up into the air. This massive upward thrust creates flying rivers in the sky, carrying atmospheric currents that deliver rain to entire continents. This cycle of moisture dictates the rhythm of the entire river basin. It drives the floods that scatter the pacu fish, and it sets the dry season fires that test the limits of the anaconda. The Amazon is a singular, breathing engine of movement. Its endless migrations of water and wildlife form a continuous flow, one that will keep beating as long as we leave it space to breathe.